think I belong here. I don't think I fit in.
Oh, nonsense. Of course you do.
Oh, no, I mean it. It's just somebody must have goofed if I gotta stay here another day.
Peace. It's Professor Griff, Public Enemy, the ex-minister.
Which means it's too strong.
Greetings, family, greetings. It's Professor Griff, and of course, this is Serious Minds RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. Shout out to everyone on IG. Shout out to everyone on YouTube. Shout out to everyone. Ernst, what's good with you, man? Shout out to everyone on Facebook, excuse me. And hopefully we're on X. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, X. Yeah, somewhere, somehow. I don't know. Anyway, shout out to everyone. Tonight's subject, barking dogs don't bite. Barking dogs won't bite. I received a couple of text messages and emails. Professor Griff, what do you have to say in reference to what is going on in this made-up place called the Middle East? All right. Yep, do your history. Oh, man. Skies and Pakot, is it? The agreement? Britain having secret meetings and making agreements with people. We're going to talk about all of that. But if you are a human being and you're watching what's going on in the so-called Middle East, if you're watching what's going on, all right, you have to feel something. I'm not telling you should feel something. I'm saying to you that on a human level, then we're not human if you don't feel something. So tonight, what I wanted to do is have a brief conversation with everyone, and I wanted to basically open it up so we can talk. All right. Someone says, well, what do you mean by the title, Barking Dogs Don't Bite? Well, barking dogs don't bite. If you find a dog that's constantly barking, he can't bite you while he's barking. All right. What do I mean by that? Find a lot of people. Well, let me just ask the question. Do black people have a dog in this fight? All right. Okay. Do black people have a dog in this fight? All right. So as we begin to unravel and do our history and understand what's going on, we do have to understand, well, where do we fit in all of this? All right. Where do we fit in all of this? And if you care anything about the sovereignty of us as a people, if you care anything about us on a global scale, or just even here in America, after what we've been through and still go through in America, you have to be concerned. All right, so let me finish giving my salutes, my greetings to everyone. Peace, Quan, where you at? Ernst, what's popping, man? All right, so if we were to have a basic conversation like they've had at the barbershop, you know the talk is going down at the barbershop. All right. I just heard, I'm not going to mention any names. Someone said, how come we don't hear from the entertainers, the athletes, and the movie stars and all these people about what's going on? How come we don't hear? I says, well, there's a few that has always been on the front line and have always voiced and raised their voices and their fists in solidarity with those that we know who are on the right side of history. All right? Let me play this for you. I want to thank Soleil for giving this to me and showing this to me. We got deep discussions about this every chance we get.
Ethnicity, we pledge to make common cause with the people of the world to bring about justice, freedom, and peace. Another world is possible, and we pledge to make it real. Not in our name. We invade countries, bomb civilians, kill more children, letting history take its course over the graves of the nameless. Not in our names will you erode the very freedoms you have claimed to fight for. Not by our hands will we supply weapons and funding for the annihilation of families on foreign soil. Not by our mouths will we let fear silence us. Not by our hearts will we allow whole peoples or countries to be deemed evil. Not by our will and not in our name. We pledge resistance. We pledge alliance with those who have undergone attack for voicing opposition to the war or for their religion or ethnicity. We pledge to make common cause with the people of the world to bring about justice, freedom, and peace. Another world is possible, and we pledge to make it real. Not in our name. We invade countries, bomb civilians, kill more children, letting history take its course over the graves of the nameless. Not in our names will you erode the very freedoms you have claimed to fight for. Not by our hands will we supply weapons and funding for the annihilation of families on foreign soil. Not by our mouths will we let fear silence us. Not by our hearts will we allow whole peoples or countries to be deemed evil. Not by our will and not in our name. We pledge resistance. We pledge alliance with those who have undergone attack for voicing opposition to the war or for their religion or ethnicity. We pledge to make common cause with the people of the world to bring about justice, freedom, and peace. Another world is possible, and we pledge to make it real. Not in our name. We invade.
That's my good brother Saul Williams. You all know Saul Williams. If you don't know Saul Williams, look it up. And yes, Miss Soleil, you're absolutely correct. We do not hear from the Chuck D's. We don't hear from the KRS-Ones. We don't hear from the Killer Mikes and all these other people. What happened to the voices that are supposed to be speaking up and out for us as a people, especially in the hip hop community? What happened to all of those that came out against Will Smith when he slapped Chris Rock? Where are all those voices? Where are those voices recently that came out against all kind of situations? Where these voices are at now? When we need to hear your voice, when we need to hear your soothing voice to give us some kind of context on whether or not if we even got a dog in this fight, where's your voice at? Where's all of those voices that that when Professor Griff stood up and told the truth long ago about what we was dealing with? All right, where's all those voices that condemned me? All right, where's all of these high brand so-called revolutionaries? Where are all of these intellectuals? Where's all these people at that had so much to say? All right, when it comes to the truth being told. All right, where are all of these people at? Right now, with all of these entertainers and athletes and movie stars and all these people that like to run their mouth about every fucking thing else, these motherfuckers are quieter than a fucking church mouse. You can't hear a fucking rat pissing on cotton. Where are these people at? Where are the people at with the voices? Where are the people that we normally hear from? All right? I'm just talking about you speaking up for the human aspect in this thing. What happened to speaking to the human aspect in this thing? Innocent babies don't have to die. If it's a religious thing, then come to the table and talk religion. If it's a political thing, okay, then work it out. If it's a thing of who you have allies with and strategic land, minerals, or strategic military positions as far as land is concerned, okay, then come to the table and talk that out. But innocent babies are dying. Innocent babies are dying. And we don't hear a word. We don't hear a word from you. Not one word. Hold on, man. Put on my... Yeah, I like the Black Arrow joint. Where you at? Come on, fam. Let us hear something from you. So you just quiet now. So we just so quiet to the point where we don't say anything. So you let our revolutionaries, those outside of this country and those in this country, you let our revolutionary voices, those revolutionary ancestors, they're turning over in their grave right now, waiting for you, all right, to speak up and speak out about what the truth is. Most of y'all are scared. But I'm not asking you, the average person, but yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm asking you, the average person, where you at? Where's your voice at? Where are all of these people that write all these tough-sounding songs? Where are all these people that you done murdered 8 niggas on your last record that talk tough? Where are all these people that's online debating one another, talking about thousands and thousands of years of history? Where they at? We can't even come online and speak to the humanity in this whole thing. Where is the humanity in all this? So barking dogs don't bite. All right? So who are the barking dogs? Don't you ever let me see you with your fist raised in the air like you're showing solidarity. You faking the funk, man. You faking. You really don't mean solidarity for our people. You really don't mean a voice of the voiceless. You don't really mean it when you claim that you're standing up for the people. Yes, I do get it. I do get it. Yes, the PLO and some of the other organizations that are supposed to have been representing our Palestinian brothers and sisters were living in high-rise apartments in Tunisia and other places. I know the history. I got it. I know a lot of them was cashing in. I got that too. That's why I'm here speaking for the humanity of the people. All right? Most of what you hear from the alphabet boys, I'm talking about CNN, MSNBC, and a lot of these Fox News and the rest of these people, you know that news is tainted and it's one-sided and it's controlled. This is why it's so important. This is why it's so important for us to hear from those. This is why it's so important for us to hear from us. All right? Where are our scholars at? Aline, you said you've been giving them the business on Twitter. Thank you, good bro. Thank you. Samantha Womack, thank you very much. Those people need to be celebrated, man. Those of us that dare to speak up and speak out on what the truth is, and you know the truth. And you know the truth. So why is it at the time that we need you the most, all right, we don't hear from you at all? Brothers and sisters, what's going on now is giving you a clear indication of where all of these people stand. The thing that's happening now is to show you who's on your side, who's with you, and who's against you. Because if it was really going down with us in the middle of this thing, being butchered and tortured and bombed, all right, these same people would run with their tails between their legs. They wouldn't bust a fucking grape in a goddamn fruit fight. So where are these people? Where are these people? I want to hear from them personally. Where are these people at, fam? Wait, wasn't y'all praising Tyler Perry a minute ago? Because he had to have this brash, upfront man-to-man talk with Will Smith? And you applauded him? You applauded Denzel Washington? You applauded these other people? Where they at? Where you at? Can we at least get them brothers that had so much energy debating one another? Can we run down the history of what's going on in that region, or what happened in that region, or the history of that region? So when we kind of clear away a couple of layers, as far as history is concerned, you find dark-skinned people that was in that area. What happened to the dark-skinned Palestinian? What was the British role in all of this? What is this? Well, let's go over a little bit of history then, since I see you posting stuff here on IG. I believe it's Sykes, Kickstart, GIF. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Depends on what day it is. Well, it's today. So let's talk about the whole idea now. Let's talk about this whole idea of, I believe it's, hold on. Let's be semi-factual if we can. Picot. Sykes and Picot. Sykes and Picot. Sykes-Picot Agreement. Can y'all look it up? Do I need to put it in? Yeah, I'll put it in there for you. There you go. Sykes-Picot Agreement. Let's look it up. Let's look up the Balfour Agreement. All right, let's look up the Transfer Agreement by Edwin Black. All right. So, but even when it comes to them pulling babies out of hospitals that was blown to pieces, nothing moves you to the point where you want to say something. Nothing moves you to use your platform to raise your voice, whether they snatch it from you or not. I could see you being patient, like I was very patient. See all the firebrand revolutionaries and see what they was going to say. See who's making what move and how many people playing chess and how many people playing checkers. I heard from no one. I'm like, wow, this shit is quiet as hell. Some people say, I'm not saying a damn thing. It ain't my fight. Sykes-Picot Agreement, also called the Asia Minor Agreement. May 1916, a secret convention made during World War I between Great Britain and France. Why are we always finding Great Britain and France in the middle of some ish? Why? With the assent of the Imperial Russia for the dismemberment of the Ottoman Empire, all right, the agreement led to the division of Turkish-held Syria, Iraq, and Lebanon and Palestine into various French and British administered areas. So they broke up that area, broke up Syria, broke up Iraq, broke up Lebanon, and broke up Palestinian. Them other people weren't even there yet. Then we talk later on, the British on their way out, because the British could not handle all that they could handle around the globe, destabilizing countries and governments and taking their natural resources and their natural wealth. They could not handle and continuously be in that particular region, so they decided to bail. When they decided to bail, they had made a personal agreement with Theodore Herzl, all right, and that became, I believe, the transfer agreement. And on ragtag ships, they shipped thousands of people to that particular region, displacing a whole entire people. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They were looking at Kenya at one time. The Oslo Accords, of course. Thank you. But way before the Oslo Accords. The Oslo Accords came a lot later. All right. Samantha says, look up Nazism and Zionism. Okay. See, LP, the Oslo Accords was a lot later on. That's recent history. I'm talking going back. All right, because some people claim that that land in that region over there is supposed to be reserved for a holy people, God's chosen people. And this is where we would, in any other situation or any other case, would have the conversation about what the Hebrew Israelites talk about. All right, what Nick Cannon talked about. All right, what Professor Griff talked about, whose birthright was stolen. All right, this would be that conversation. All right, because if that particular land is supposed to have been reserved for God's chosen people, then there's a very critical question that needs to be asked: and who's God's chosen people, and who are the rightful owners of that particular land? But I don't hear anyone talking about it. Well, I hear a lot of people talk about it. It just ain't us. All right. There are at least 20 to 30 Jewish scholars, teachers, scientists, social scientists that have been raising their voices about this situation. I don't care if they're talking about war crimes. I don't care if they're just talking about this whole idea of human rights issue, whatever. Raise your voice for the humanity of it. Where can we find the humanity in it? They have rules of war, rules of engagement. All right. There are so many human rights violations in this. It is ridiculous. So basically what you're saying is, but because they showed a display of what they would do to someone in reference to what they did to Professor Griff or Kanye West or Kyrie Irving, that means you scared? What happens when it's your turn? What happens when, they're coming for you? I heard someone, or I read that someone says, well, all is fair in love and war. No, there are rules of engagement. There's just certain things that you cannot do. Like, for example, how many people have heard of white phosphate? I'm talking about chemical and biological warfare. I'll put it up here. A human rights watchdog group Thursday basically says that Israel military has been using white phosphorus munitions in recent days in Gaza and Lebanon. In Lebanon, weapons that can cause severe burns and are considered particularly dangerous for civilians due to their indiscriminate nature. This phosphorus material gets on your clothes and it burns through your clothes and it burns through your skin to the bone. To the bone. This has been outlawed, all right, by the World Court, by the UN, by any governing body. Yet no one says anything. Well, I guess as of recently, there's a human rights watchdog group that actually spoke up. On Thursday, the Human Rights Watch accused Israel of using white phosphorus munitions in its ongoing military operations in Gaza and in Lebanon. The allegations, which HRW based on verified video witness accounts. Verified video and witness accounts. All right? Burning people's flesh. Let me tell you something. If you think you're safe and you're going to be safe, just because you're not saying anything, no, you're not going to be safe. Let me tell you something. We have to be very leery, all right, of spineless ass fucking cowards, man, that claim to appear so tough and so knowledgeable about things and whatever, but when the shit hit the fan, these people are nowhere to be found. As a matter of fact, they're somewhere praising the same enemy, all right, that we're fighting against. Exactly. It seems to be outlawed for everyone except them. So are you going to sit around and just allow yourself to be murdered? What sane, moral, prudent person would sit back and allow themselves just to be murdered, just to be caged in an open air prison for 70 some odd years? Help me out, family. Let's just say 50 years. What is it? Emmanuel _ K7? What is that going to do? We don't even hear from these people. What's that going to do? If anybody have heard from these individuals, go to their pages right now. Send me some information about these people saying anything. See, barking dogs don't bite. Styler DJ, you said it. People have gotten so used to drama and entertainment, everyone is too busy trying to be influencers. Well, to all the influencers out there, can we influence? Can we have enough influence to have the Arab world, those Arab nations, come together and put an end to this genocide? Where is our brothers and sisters from Jordan? Where are our brothers and sisters from Syria? It seems like we the people always coming to somebody else's aid, all right, marching and praying and sitting in and laying in and all this other kind of stuff with other people. But when we need help, where are these people? So I'm asking them now that the Palestinians need your help. No, I see some people online just riding. You understand what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I see some of them. Where are our brothers and sisters from Iraq? Where are our brothers and sisters from Egypt? Iran? So who's in bed with these other people? Kuwait, Egypt, a couple of Negroes in Africa. Pledging their allegiance and their alliance to these people that are murdering babies. And we can't get one word from you? Like not one word? Come on, fam. Exactly. Where are our voices? So even if it, Emmanuel, even if it was World War III, then you do have a dog in this fight then. Because if you think this is going on and it's not going to affect you, Strawberry Kisses, do me a favor. Do the history of who was the first country, all right, to openly admit to the world that these people had a legitimate reason to even be in that area. Who was the first country? Who was the first country to support those people? Unless you've forgotten that once we were brought here, we were robbed of our names. No, seriously. Maybe you forgot the 6-Day War and all the countries that were involved. Maybe you don't think this is ethnic cleansing. Maybe you don't care about babies dying because maybe you don't care about your own. No, Alim, that's not correct. Britain was on its way out. Britain was the reason why they were there, because Britain made a secret deal and had a secret meeting for them people to take them people's land. You're right. Dr. King says injustice anywhere is injustice every damn where. Nah, Amina Muhammad, we're not doing that. You know why? With the advent of the internet, anyone can study. Anyone can cross-reference. Styler DJ, not sure about that. Look up Egypt. Britain was on its way out. The British was the one that divided the land. Thank you. The British was the one, while making their exit, left the Palestinian people there to fend for themselves, and they was the one that with the transfer agreement allowed these people to come in on ships and populate that area. Where's the humanity in you? I'm not asking about the humanity in these other people, because obviously, yeah, these people are not showing any humanity. I'm asking you, where's the humanity in you that you won't even speak up just a little, not even a lot, Just say something. You got fans all across the world waiting for you to at least say something. And no one is saying anything. Not from us. Hold on, fam. You know, every now and again, you get a threat and a nasty message that you just have to kind of like chill. So Tommy Dorsey, you got to get that part of the history correct. So they said, I don't follow many celebrities, but the kids said that they've only seen Kalani going in. Why can't more people be like her? As huge as she is and big as her platform is, you can't speak up for the humanity of the people and stop babies from being murdered? Hold on 1 second, fam. Hold on. I'm just saying to you, your brother, I want to hear from y'all. All right? I want to hear from y'all. Anne-Marie has been very vocal, for real? Nah. You got to send that to me. You talking about one thing you got me, her? Like Anne-Marie? Nah, bro. You got to send that to me. I'm not saying she can't. I'm not saying she won't, but I'm just saying that's, yeah. Oh, yes, Anne-Marie has? Okay, someone else verified it. Okay. Wow. Voodoo Glitch, is this for real? These are the individuals that's speaking up for Israel? Flex Mitchell, what's good with you? So just for the humanity of it inside of you, you just can't say anything? Why? Because you got a white Jewish manager or a white Jewish girlfriend or something? Your husband Jewish or something? You just don't want to say anything because you feel you might offend someone? You feel someone else might be Israeli, or you know some people like Biden that's Zionist or whatever that you know, that you feel like you might hurt someone's feelings? Wow. So we can't have a dialogue? So there's no dialogue. So you think you're just gonna be quiet until it blow over? Netanyahu called this thing the final solution. Who used that term final solution and how did they use it? Go look it up. Who used the term final solution? Who used the term final solution? In history? Question mark. Final solution. You can go to Wikipedia. All right. And they even show you the document. All right. The final solution. The final solution. The final solution to the Jewish question. All right. It talked about the final solution to the Jewish question was an official code name for the murder of all Jews within reach. So it was Nazi Germany that used this term, final solution. So then now, the people now that suffered under Nazi Germany are now turning around and using the same terminology against the people of Palestine. Netanyahu saying this is the final solution. Thank you very much, Tammy Dorsey. It was Hitler that said that this was going to be the final solution. And thousands of Jews ended up, or Jewish people ended up in the ovens. So now, Netanyahu's using the same terminology. If we're not talking about the original Hebrew people, or we're not talking about the people of the book, and then who are we talking about? And who are these people? Whoever you are, Track Lit Light Productions, you'll say that corny shit was on a t-shirt or something, bro. Yeah, that shit is corny as fuck. I'm just letting you know. I don't know you. You probably don't know me. That shit is lame and fucking corny. Motherfucker said hurt people hurt people. Nope. And somebody run up in your house because they said somebody else can occupy your living room. And you get so mad because them people are treating you so ill. All right, you do whatever you do to get them people out your house. And you resort to anything that you can resort to. Years and years go by, and those people have occupied every part of your house, and now your ass is in the basement where the boiler is. And you cannot leave your house unless they give you permission. You can't get food, you can't get water, you can't get medical care, you can't go anywhere. You can't get a passport, you can't go visit your country cousins in another country, nothing. And all your ass can say, these people are living in an open air fucking prison, getting shot down by snipers and murdered for years and years and years and years and years. And the only fucking thing that your ass can come on here and say is hurt people hurt people. Get the fuck out of here. To all of the women that are listening to this, if you and your husband are not sitting down having some deep dialogue about this, on what would the strategy and the plan be in case anything like this befall your family. If your husband don't have a plan, let his ass sleep on the couch tonight. No, fuck that. Let that motherfucker sleep on the couch in the basement. If you live in an apartment, let him go sleep at the office, the house down. What's the place down there? What's the community center? Or the leasing office. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Let him go sleep in the leasing office. Have you did your research? Did you see how these people are coming and just taking people's? You have Jewish people that are online right now telling you how they used to work for the Israeli military and how they treated people. You're hearing it firsthand. Yeah, I would like, you're right. You're right. I would like to have some choice words for the PLO and the rest of them. Because you've misused the funds and you've taken the Palestinian people for granted with no way to defend themselves. So we got little kids throwing rocks at tanks. Great filibuster, what's good with you? Yeah, Quan is not on tonight. I'm not sure where Quan is. Probably cashing one of the $1 million checks she got. We've been asking about you, bro. Tyrell V. They're not guests. The people that own the land did not invite them. You can't just come up in my house without my permission. If you come up in my house without my permission, you're not a guest. I didn't invite you. Barking dogs don't bite. And I think it was Voodoo Glitch that put up all of the barking dogs. Where's your thing at, Voodoo Glitch? All of the ones that's standing with Israel. Someone asked me that question. They sent me a text. And I'm like, why can't we just stand on the side of peace? Why can't we stand on the side of, you know? Do we have to take someone's side? Why can't we stand on the side of right? John G 6366. I'm trying to read your thing. Griff, we both know this was an occupation of Palestine that was created between England, America. Yeah, but you got to add in Nazi Germany because there was a deal made with the so-called Sephardic Jewish people to occupy and create the state of Israel. And then the country, your thing got cut off. Then if that was the case, then why did they look at Kenya prior to that? Why did they have their eye on Kenya? We're dialoguing. Nobody's being anti this or anti that. We're being pro-human right now. We're being pro-human. Let's just say we're going to stay neutral. We're being pro-human right now. No one want to see babies die, period. We got that. I got all of that. The humanity is here. We got you. But for these people to just outright say we're on the side of Israel, for what? Like, what are you on the side of? And what are you aligning your energy and your spirit and yourself with? Because when this goes down in history, we're going to remember you. The good question, then why the Ethiopian Jews are banned from Israel? Why are they getting kicked out? Why are the black people that are there that call themselves Jews that are there in Israel getting kicked out? Mr. Track Light Productions. I don't know who you are, bro, but you way off base. Are you talking about the Sephardics or are you talking about the Khazarians? The Khazars? And yeah, you're right. They looked at Uganda also. Kenya, Uganda. Yeah. Collard greens, you absolutely, and cornbread, you absolutely right, bro. They looked at a few places. So then if you got, if this holy land's supposed to be holy and it's designed and waiting for the people, the chosen people of God to come inhabit that particular area, then why were you looking at Uganda and why were you looking at Kenya? I'm just asking a question. We're having a dialogue. Can we talk? Can we talk? They came after Nick Cannon because they talked about the birthright. Whose birthright is it? That's what Nick Cannon talked about. And he talked about, so if you are the chosen people, then chosen for what? Yeah, you're right. If God gives it to you, then God gives it to you. But God didn't give it to him. If God gives it to you, then why you got to go take it? I have a burning desire to put together a list of all of these Negroes that refuse to speak up for us as a people. But yet they want to condemn people like me for speaking up to our people. I want to make a list of all these Uncle Tom handkerchief head bootlicking niggas and Negroes and Negresses, all right, that's sentencing the Palestinian people to death by siding with these people, killing babies, blowing up hospitals and burning people to death and all this kind of stuff. Can you just, can you fathom the thought of displacing 1 million people? It's cool that the sheriff department comes and kick you out of your house. You got some furniture to move, some clothes, some dirty underwear, and some other stuff, man. But some hangers and a few other things, a couple of dressers and a couple of TVs. But damn, 1 million people, and you can't leave with nothing but a suitcase? The people have been living under that condition. And the sad part about it, they just didn't start doing it. They didn't start yesterday or 6-7 days ago. They've been doing this to the people. But my question as I wrap this up, what do you think is going to happen to you? Thank you, Sebastian. Doctor, I don't mean to disrespect your title. Dr. Sebastian Longstaff. It's called genocide. If you look at what they're doing to the Palestinians, and then you look at South Africa, same thing. America, same thing. Look at certain places in Africa, same thing. Same exact thing. Same exact mindset. Same exact people. Wow. For real, Moses? Thank you, Tammy Dorsey. I'm going to make the list. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for giving me the green light. We're going to make the list of these Negroes. Thank you, Carl Glover. Free Palestine. All the people want to do is govern themselves. Even after taking the land, all they want to do is govern themselves. Good question. Is this headed towards World War III? Thank you, Queen. Queen says, same snake, two heads. Ronnie Davis said, I'm damn sure going to pass that list around. What's wrong with us making a list and everybody put it up on their page? What's wrong with that? The people's power. Power to all the people. All power to all the people. What's wrong with that? And side-eye them goddamn people that don't put it up on their page. Look at them real fucking strange and funny. So Shade 760, you said strategic military muscle is the only way. So then we should just butch kid. Anybody can butch kid anybody. That's a New York slang term, but anybody could just flex their muscle with anybody. So might makes right then, right? Might makes right. Help me out with that. I'm not saying you're saying that, but help me out. No, might does not make right. Thank you, Edith. Basically, the European concept that have been using for hundreds of years, Griff. Got you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. All right, this is where I gotta disagree with you, Tyrell V. Why are you mad at the media? Who do you think owns and controls the media? You said I'm not so much mad at the lineage of Israel because most of them were brainwashed at an early age by the elite. I'm more upset that the media, you said that the media, like multi-ethnic destruction in America or maniac European devils in action media, the media? You mad at the media? Who do you think the media is? I'm gonna end it like this, family. Barking dogs don't bite, but when the lions show up, it's gonna be a whole different day. So until the lions, long as the story of the hunt is always told by the hunter, the lions will never have their day. The lions need to speak up and stand up. Or those of us that dare to speak up, yeah, we need to put pressure on those that should be speaking up. How long you think you're going to get away with cowering down and hiding like we don't see you? You only come out when it's safe. No, we should not make it safe for any of these Negroes. None of them. No, it's good, man. This is dialogue, man. Don't get moved by the raspiness in my voice. And I might raise my voice every now and then. It's all love. Don't worry about it. We fucking men. You understand what I'm saying? You get punched in the chest a couple of times, keep pushing. Get it right. Shit, fuck. Brothers, I need y'all to help me out, man. Why the fuck are we so weak nowadays and so fucking soft and fucking timid, man? What the fuck? Like, I'm not talking about you, bro. Thanks for the apology, but I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying. Nobody gonna say anything? I see women online talking, black women online. Sisters, I know y'all got $20 in your pocket. Do me a favor, please. Go to the store and buy your man or your husband or your boyfriend, whoever you laying with. Go buy cereal, some milk, Alpha Captain Crunch, Frosted Flakes, fucking Fruit Loops, Sugar Smacks, Rice Krispies, whatever the fuck. And don't cook for that motherfucker for about a month until he gets some fucking balls and he's able to speak the fuck up and speak out for his fucking people. Plain and fucking simple. Let that motherfucker eat cereal. You said Snoop Loops? Okay. Professor Griff, man. I don't even know what else to say, man. For real. No, I got a lot to say, but yeah. Some things you can say and some things you can't. Some things you got to say in different places. We just dialoguing right now. I really appreciate that, but you ain't got to worry about me. I've been on that motherfucking list, so fuck. Thank you, Moses. Blackthorn, we built different. For real. And I'm gonna check out on that note, man. Shit, Soul Sack. You tell that shit to some fucking body else, motherfucker. We still here. We gonna win. You know, we can't win. Fuck that. We still here. Look at all the shit that they've done to us so far. We still here. So, any of the brothers out there in the Atlanta area or the surrounding Atlanta, Georgia area that want to train and get that work, put that work in, come on, let's get down. All right? Because y'all act like it's not coming to your doorstep, and it is. It is. I have more women hitting me up because they want to train than the brothers. Brothers, come on, what y'all doing, man? AIQ underscore boneless. Thank you. Matter of fact, we should just have a whole battalion of just women. I'm telling you, man. Let that motherfucker sleep in the basement. Feed his ass some cereal. Matter of fact, let him get his own cereal. You understand what I'm saying? All right? And close the juice box on him. Nah, bro. You can't get no food, no sex, no conversation. Text his ass. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, no. Give that motherfucker a church hug every now and then. Yeah, no. Man the fuck up, bro. Seriously. All right, fam. It's Professor Griff. Peace, man. Serious minds for serious minds. Seriously. I don't think they're going to leave this show up, so, hey, it is what it is. Ooh. A real soldier will die one death, but a coward will die 1,000 deaths. Your ass will die over and over in your sleep. You can't even make love to your girlfriend or your wife because you're too busy fucking dying. A coward will die 1,000 deaths. Matter of fact, hold on. Fuck out of here. William Shakespeare didn't say that. That thieving ass bastard. It wasn't even nobody named William Shakespeare. Shakespeare was a conglomerate of men. This is why they hid their name in the Bible. A coward dies 1,000 deaths. Dies 1,000 times before, hold on. 1,000 times before his death. But if a valiant taste of death but once. All right? A true soldier. A true warrior, all right, will die but one time. A brave soldier will die on his feet. When his comrade weapon falls and his comrade falls, pick up his weapon and keep fighting. But these cowards that are among us will die 1,000 deaths. And we'll see before all this is over. Sad cowards. Peace, fam. You want to side with your open enemy. This your brother.
Which means it's too strong.
That's the Griff, public enemy, the ex-minister.